Because on that say different global goals to achieve either fully, partially or whatever. The key areas of SDGs, they were like say poverty, hunger, to achieve health and education, gender equality and empowerment, environmental sustainability, economic growth and equality, peace and justice here. So let us say briefly talk about what are these 17 SDGs which has been say identified. The first SDG, Sustainable Development Goal, was no poverty, right? So the member countries, they were told that we have to, as we mentioned, in the entire say universe, in different say the countries, there are some countries they are developed, either say developing or underdeveloped. So we have, the first thing is that if we want to like say make this planet beautiful to live, everyone, right? Not a single person should like say to lie under the below the poverty lines here, right? So eradication of the poverty is one of the important global goals that has been say identified here. Now the second goal is to zero hunger. So you might have seen that in many like say underdeveloped like say the countries, there are thousands of millions of people they die due to hunger here. They are unable to get the so second say SDG goal is the zero hunger here, right? So how to like say we have to devise, we have to use some technological like say mechanisms to reduce to make zero hunger in the countries here, right? The third SDG is good health and well-being here. You might have seen that in many countries you have due to the like say poverty, right? People are unable to like say when they get ill, right? There are not sufficient say the medical facilities available here, and due to that the people they do not like say able to live a quality lives here, right? And there is like say so many like say some fatal diseases like say HIV, AIDS and many more say diseases, right? They are prevailing, and we do not have those underdeveloped countries, they are unable to find the solutions. Recently, like in the COVID itself here, we have seen the adverse impact, how this is going, this has adversely impacted every country's, the entire life has been like say came standstill. So this is one area, this is another area. So unless until we cannot like say imagine to make this earth to have like say good means well-being here, worth to live, we have to ensure good health to each and every one. So this is one area, and another is the quality education here, right? So education is very, very important here, right? Whether the education, whether it is like say primary education, middle education, higher education, professional education here. So every country has to focus, right, on all these areas, so that, right, because it is the root of every like say goals here, sir. So it is the fundamental rights of each and every citizen of any country here to have to like say to get the quality education here. So government has to like say work on this particular aspect. Another say the important say the goal is gender equality here. You might have seen that like 15 years, 20 years back, the participation of like say the female, like say female or women in every sectors, like whether it is like in education, whether it is in the industries or in the like say public organizations, their like say participation was very like say towards here. So we cannot imagine a good say the place to live this world, this earth, without having equal participation of like say all the genders, whether they are like say male or females, right? So we have to ensure, we have to like say provide equal share of each and every, right? Irrespective of their gender here. The gender जो gap है, that has to be narrowed down here, right? So this is another. Now clean water and sanitation here. So as we mentioned here, all these 17 SDGs, they are interrelated, dependent. If we are working on, if we are targeting, if we are planning on a particular SDG, it will have a positive impact on other SDGs as well here, right? So clean water and sanitation here. So if you want to like say, we have to provide a good health to each and every. The prime say, so requirement is what? Clean water and sanitation here. So it is the responsibility of each and every say persons, government organizations and other bodies to make sure that at every say household clean water should reach here, right? And there should be proper sanitation facilities here, right? Now another important SDG is affordable and clean energies here, right? So there are various like say there are various kind of say the energies, the mechanism they have been tried, right? Like say coal, like say water and wind energies and many more things here, right? Everyone has their like say advantage and disadvantage. Every country have their own access here to how much opportunities they have here. So every country has to make sure that we have to use, we have to opt such kind of say the energy that should be affordable, cost effective, at the same time it should be clean energy here, right? Let's say if we are using the coal for producing some sort of energy, it may like say produce some like say side effects here, right? It may have negative impact on the environment here, right? Pollution, like it may create pollution here. So we have to like, that's why there are like say nowadays solar energy, right? Lot of like say research is being made to like say solar energy, right? Because it is a kind of clean energy here, right? Like say wind energy, इसी तरह से जो है water energies, right? They produce जो है less जो है environmental pollution here. Another is decent work and economic growth here. So this is another say area where it has been identified that every country, unless until there is not say proper industrialization, right? So for having a proper like say rich country here, like say America, South Korea, Japan, why they are like even though like say Japan, South Korea, right? Singapore, they are very small, right? But the per capita income is very high, right? So why they are why is so here? Because they are using technology, right? They are using their research and say innovation. Say the mechanism is very strong here, and they are like say for solving a particular like say the task, right? They are devising innovative solutions, which is cost effective as well as they are sustainable, right? So industrialization is very important here. Industry, innovation and infrastructures here, right? If we talk about like in India itself here, in the last 15 years, government of India has worked a lot of things to develop infrastructure, lot of infrastructure, road, air, traffic, right? So infrastructure, why? Because this is the backbone, right, of the economy. Economy basically moves across the infrastructure. How rich you have, a country has the infrastructure, right? Better the infrastructure, the country will be very rich. So industry, innovation and infrastructure. Reduced inequality, right? So inequality, it could be like say, it could be gender, it could be like say social inequalities, and it could be like say economic and many more, right? So our thing is that we have to minimize the inequality that persists in the societies here, right? Sustainable cities and communities here, right? Nowadays, like the people, they are talking about smart cities here, right? So smart, how do we say that cities, smart cities? So a city that like say meets out certain minimum requirements, right? So that if it is meeting out that particular say attributes, set of attributes, then only we can say that this is a smart city here, right? So if the, like say if a city has a very good like say traffic management here, right? The buildings, infrastructures which has been say created in a particular city, if they are following a certain say standard norms here, right? And there is a proper waste and sanitation management, good hospitals, right? Clean energy, right? Recycling. So if all these attributes are say meeting, then only we can say that this city is a smart city here, right? So these are another is responsible consumption and productions here, right? So every life is the people's. So we have, because every country, like say, every country is not say rich in every resource. Some country has some other kind of resource. They have rich in some resources, right? Some country they are lacking in that. But more or less, like say, every country have their own like say resources. The thing is, we have to devise the technology to like say to make the maximum utilization of these resources for consumption as well as productions here. Climatic actions here, right? Climate change here. It is a very like say it is a very dangerous situation nowadays here, right? Even though like say because the penetration of the higher the penetration of technology in achieving all these SDGs here, there is a danger of like climate, right? Like say global warming, right? Global warming is one of them, right? Pollution levels is due to industrialization, vast industrialization. There is a like say pollution, what of cloud pollutions here. Temperature is rising day by day here, right? Ice meltings are there. So we have to make, we have to devise our plan in such a fashion that it should be climatic. We have to make certain say the procedures so that it should align with the climate. Life below water. So we have to every country, member country, they have been asked that they not only have to make a plan, devise the plan for the persons, for the creatures who are living on the surface, not only for the human being, not only for the like other creatures, but for those creatures who are living in the underwater also here, right? Every member country, they have to devise plans for the creatures who are living underwater, right? So life below water. This is, I mean, we not like say bother only for the human being, right? Because we have to make a plan for sustainability. Sustainable development goals means the world is not only meant for the human beings, right? It is an ecosystem here. So human being is one of them here, right? For all the creatures, whether on the ground or below the ground here, right? So we have to make plan for that. Life on the land, right? Means whether it is the people, whether it is other creatures, so all the actions, all the planning, right? Whichever we are making, so for the land as well, peace, justice, and strong institutions here. Sometimes you might have seen that some member countries, like some government, they say that the judiciary is biased, right? And parliament is biased, right? Ruling government is biased here. There is strong institutions, right? Every like say member country, they have been asked if they have to devise independent like say judiciary, right? Or they have so that the justice should prevail, right? So whether like say with there is a rich peoples, they are like say persons who are lying below poverty, they have equal access to the they stand like say equal in front of the law here, right? There should not be any kind of violence, right? Partnership for the goals. This is another. So see, these are the 17 sustainable development goals which has been say devised, and the member countries, they have been say asked to like say devise their plans depending upon the kind of resources they have. Resource may be like say maybe materialistic resource, maybe like say human resource or any others, right? So in order to achieve all these sustainable development goals, technology role is very important here, right? So if you have seen that in the last 15, 20 or 30 years together, how the kind of development that we have seen, these development in the last 15 years, the kind of development that this entire world has seen, it has never happened. Even it took like say centuries or double century or triple centuries here. How it happened? This miracle has happened due to the role of technology, right? Role of technology here, right? So the technology could be anything, right? So here we are going to briefly talk about how the role of some emerging technology like say artificial intelligence, AI, ML, deep learning, like say Internet of Things, cyber security, right? Cloud computing. So how these emerging technology is going to play a very vital role in achieving all these sustainable development goals here, right? Now, see why people they talk about where we can use AI, ML, and IoT here, right? Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, or IoT, right? So artificial intelligence, it is not a new keyword. It basically is being it has invented long back, like say in 1950 itself here. But the potential of AI has become conducive in the last, like say 5 or 10 years back. Why it is? Because that time the environment was not conducive, right? If you talk about like say high processing computing, right? The availability of high processor, cloud computing was not there, right? You cannot like store a huge amount of data. Availability of big data was not there here, right? So like say we did not have like say some sensors to collect the environmental data here. Okay, so a large number of technology has become cost effective and made available in the last 10 or 15 years here, and due to this emergence of these technology, right, there is a lot of boom, right, which came, and that's why AI has become very powerful nowadays here. And this AI is being now applied not only in solving the computer specific area here, but it can be applied in each and every segment. Maybe like say chemistry, it may be physics, it could be medical, it could be healthcare, it could be transport, it could means wherever you can think of. So if you want to like say do automation, right? If you want to do work smartly here, right? So these technologies like say AI, ML, DL, and these say technology can be used, right? So here we have taken like say particular case studies. So as we have seen, out of 17 SDG, the SDG number 6, Sustainable Development Goals 6, the goal of this was what? Achieving clean water and sanitation, right? तो इसको कैसे हम अचीव करेंगे? How do we like say achieve? How a member country can achieve a clean water and sanitation, and how these things can be achieved by applying the technology here, right? अब देखिए इसमें what government of India is doing here, what government of India, what many say what government schemes has been launched, right, to like say achieve this sustainable development goals number 6 here, right? अब देखिए द जल जीवन मिशन, ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का एक स्कीम है, राइट? जल जीवन मिशन here, इसको वाटर टैप के थ्रू जो है वाटर हैज टू रीच टू एवरी एंड ईच एंड एवरी हाउस होल्ड, राइट? क्लीन वाटर जो है अभी क्या होता था जो है, अभी देखिए पॉपुलेशन जैसे व्हेन द इंडिया गॉट से फ्रीडम इन 1947, दैट टाइम जो है द इंडियन पॉपुलेशन वाज समवेयर 30-35 करोड़ है. नाउ एज इन 2025 द इंडियन पॉपुलेशन इज अराउंड लाइक 140 करोड़ है, राइट? अब रिसोर्स अब उसको रिसोर्स को कैसे उतारना, द रिसोर्स हैज टू बी यूज्ड वेरी जुडिशियली है. जैसे आपको क्रॉप्स जो है, फूड ग्रेन्स जो है 35 करोड़ जो है एट द टाइम ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट. नाउ वी हैव टू प्रोवाइड जो है, वी शुड बी सेल्फ रिलायंट इन द फूड ग्रेन्स. एज ऑन डेट इंडिया इज नॉट ओनली लाइक से, अब देखिए 80 करोड़ को जो है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया दे आर गिविंग जो है मिनिमम फूड, राइट, उनको जो है 10 किलो 15 किलो जो है अनाज देते हैं जो है, दोज हु आर लाइक से लिविंग पॉवर्टी लाइन्स जो है। तो अनाज जो है ये कैसे पॉसिबल हुआ? ड्यू टू द टेक्नोलॉजी हियर। तो ये जो SDG 6 जो है जल जीवन मिशन इट हैज बीन लॉन्च्ड, और इसमें क्या है करोड़ ऑफ जो है होम्स दे हैव बीन कवर्ड हियर, राइट। इन द कमिंग ईयर्स जो है यू विल फाइंड दैट जो है ईच एंड एवरी हाउस दे विल हैव अ क्लीन वाटर, राइट, एडिक्वेट ड्रिंकिंग वाटर, क्योंकि देयर आर लॉट ऑफ डिजीजेस, वाटर बोर्न डिजीजेस जो है ना विच राइजेस ड्यू टू दैट हियर, राइट। अनदर इज स्वच्छ भारत मिशन हियर, ये भी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया जो है, ये सब these missions, these say the plan has been made, they have been initiated to map SDG to achieve the SDG goal number 6 जो है, ठीक है। इसी तरह गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ये कर रही है जो है SDG 6 का जो गोल उसको दिया गया है, उसको अचीव करने के लिए ये सब सारे जो है स्कीम्स गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया जो है लॉन्च की है जो है, राइट। स्वच्छ भारत मिशन, अभी देखिए अभी लास्ट जो है अभी 5 years or 7 or 8 years जो है, if you go in the particular in the rural areas, they were not having the proper sanitation facilities जो है, but as on date even if you go there you will find that most of the home they have the government has say constructed proper sanitation जो है, right, toilets वगैरह जो है, right। तो अभी जो है तो this is another water quality monitoring and conservation through the national water mission, this is another say scheme which the government of India has made। integrated water resources management for sustainable water use। अब water scarcity is like say, अब देखिए farming जो है we have to produce more and more like say food grains here जो है, तो there is a population is rising, there is a lot of pressures right to produce जो है more जो है food grains जो है, crops का yield हमें बढ़ाना है जो है, there is a lot of urbanization जो है, cities जो है expand हो रहे हैं, रूरल एरिया जो है श्रिंक कर रहे हैं जो है, तो अब वाटर लेवल्स क्या हो जो है वो डाउन जा रहे हैं जो है, राइट। तो हाउ टू लाइक से हाउ टू यूज द वाटर जुडिशियली जो है, हाउ टू यूज द वाटर मैक्सिमली जो है, वाटर का जो वेस्टेज है वो कम से कम हो जो है, राइट। तो उसमें टेक्नोलॉजी का रोल क्या है, राइट। तो ये टेक्नोलॉजी का उसमें है। पब्लिक अवेयरनेस एंड कम्युनिटी पार्टिसिपेशन, ओनली द गवर्नमेंट स्कीम कैन नॉट लाइक से अचीव ऑल दिस गोल्स जो है, उसमें जो है कम्युनिटी जो है पब्लिक प्राइवेट जो है पार्टनरशिप जो कम्युनिटी का रोल, इंडिविजुअल जो है सिटीजन का रोल वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है, दे मस्ट बी अवेयर, राइट, कि वो जो है क्लीनिंग के प्रति जो है या जो है अदर से जो गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम्स हैं उसको जो है अचीव करने के लिए सहयोग करें जो है, राइट। तो these are the schemes। तो in nutshell cells we can say that the sustainable development goals which has been set by the United Nations organizations to achieve these 17 goals by the end of the 2030, it is this global goals has been devised to make this beautiful work to live with full prosperity, peace and with social justice here, right। And in this the role of technology is very important here। If we are going to work on one say the SDG, it is basically interrelated, it will have like say impact on other SDGs as well here, right। So it is the responsibility of not only the governments but also individual human being, right, corporate worlds, private partners to work together collectively to achieve all these 17 say SDG by the end of the 2030 year। So this is all about this SDG। If you have any specific queries, so please queries are
sure। बच्चों
Sir, as we see that along with the use of technology, we always see a lot of negative impact on the environment, human being. What we are saying, development, always that leaves a lot of negative impact on the environment. So, in which way the technology people think to minimize the adverse effect of technology?
See, it is the human, right, who is devising the technology, right? See, technology, it can, like say, it could be a boon or it could be a curse to the society, right? It is lies on our own, right? How we are going to, what is in what context we are going to use it. Like say, look at here, atomic nuclear energy, right? Nuclear energy, it can, if it is, like say, used in the right directions, right? So it can be boom, right? Lot of it can generate clean energy, right? But if it goes to in the hand of the terrorist, it can destroy the entire globe here, right? So technology, there are two aspects here, right? Two aspects here. So if we are, like say, look at here, the internet, right? Now it is the penetration of internet is, like say, it is almost every household here, right? This internet has, like say, and due to that, lot of like say, revolution is coming up. But if the internet is not being used, say, properly here, right? So it may, like say, it may be a curse. Many, like say, the children here, they are using the smartphones here, their parents here, from the childhood itself. Yes, they start, like they give the, say, smartphone here, and the people, like the student, the child becomes the addicted. Yes, and their natural, like say, growth, it is stopped. Yes, many students, you might have seen that here there are some, say, toppers, right? Maybe like say UPSC, they say that if, like say, some person asks what is the secret of your success, they say that we have not used, like say, social networks this for last 2 or 3 years. I am not saying that the internet is not like say it is a bad thing, right? So what Dr. Saab, the question is, it is the technology role. If it is ours, if it's a human being here, if we are going to use in a positive way here, right? So then it will be a boom for the society here, right? Cyber security, cyber attacks. A lot of cyber attacks are, like say, there is a lot of attacks nowadays here, right? And every government they are spending, like say, billions of rupees to create defense systems, right? So that the financial fraud and many other frauds, they can be minimized or equally based, right? So technology, there are two aspects, negative and positive. So, but these things will go, right, in parallel. It's not like say current era here. In the previous, in the past also here, there were in the society there were very few people. So they have the negative, right, destructive minds here. So this will go ahead here, and the only thing here is we have to keep on working, we have to keep on devising, we have to work on and to devise some innovative solutions, right? To get say cost effective and sustainable solutions here, right? And at the same time we have to devise solutions to counter, to minimize the attacks of the negativity. Yeah. Any more questions?
Doctor? Yes. Yes, please. So, thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time to bless our students and all of us, even in such an aggressive weather and reverse situation. And I must salute your commitment to the research, commitment to the scholars, commitment to the professionals who want to contribute towards United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We are really, privileged to have a person like you in our campus, leading the research team and doing day and night for nurturing, fostering, and making it grow worthy and making it growing in every direction. We are really thankful to you. Today, on this occasion of the inauguration of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, we have medical officer of the university, and we would also request him to spare few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, on this 17 lecture series that we are going to have in the Sustainable June. So over to you, sir. We welcome your opinion as well.
Our chief guest, Professor Rakesh Kumar sir, and Rakesh sir, Pandey sir, the librarian of this university, and sir, all the faculty members, research scholars. मुझे 2 दिन पहले ये बताया गया कि एक ऐसा प्रोग्राम होने वाला है जिसमें कि सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स पे बात होगी। तो मैंने इस विषय को थोड़ा खंगालने की कोशिश की और मुझे ये मिला कि जो 17 गोल्स हैं वो 17 गोल्स कुछ इस तरह से डिज़ाइन किए गए हैं कि मुझे लगता है जैसे एक फुटबॉल होता है और फुटबॉल में पैचेज होते हैं, तो हर एक गोल एक पैच है और सेंटर से सबकी एक बराबर दूरी है और कोई भी ऐसा गोल मुझे नहीं मिला जो बाकी के गोल से इन्फ्लुएंस्ड ना हो। तो जब भी मैं विचार कर रहा था गुड हेल्थ का, तो ये इकोनॉमी से भी, पॉवर्टी से भी, एजुकेशन से भी, सबसे कनेक्टेड है और इन द सेम वे कोई ऐसा गोल नहीं है जो बाकी गोल से कनेक्टेड नहीं है। तो मैंने देखा कि जब हम डेवलपमेंट की दिशा में जा रहे हैं तो अगर किसी एक चीज़ को डेवलप करने की कोशिश करेंगे, यानी हम उसके रेडियस को बढ़ाने की कोशिश करेंगे, तो जो शेप है बॉल का, जिसको हम इमेजिन करें कि ये अर्थ है, वो अर्थ डिस्टॉर्ट हो रही है। तो अब इसको कैसे किया जाए कि ये जो शेप है अर्थ का वो डिस्टॉर्ट ना हो। इसके लिए जो मुझे समझ में आया वो ये है कि हर एस्पेक्ट में जो डेवलपमेंट के लिए हम इनपुट डाल रहे हैं वो इक्वल होना चाहिए। ऐसा नहीं कि हम केवल इकोनॉमी को ग्रो कराना चाहेंगे तो सब कुछ अच्छा हो जाएगा, या केवल हेल्थ को कराना चाहेंगे तो अच्छा हो जाएगा। हम बहुत गरीबी को हटाने के लिए हर चीज़ के जो नेचुरल मेथड्स हैं हम इसको ऑप्ट करेंगे तो प्रॉब्लम्स कम आएंगी और वो ठीक ढंग से ग्रोथ दिखाई देगा। लेकिन अगर हम अननेचुरल मेथड से, जैसे कोई पावर्टी को रिमूव करने के लिए हम उनको डोनेट करेंगे, तो ये नेचुरल मेथड नहीं। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उनको इस लायक बनाया जाए कि वो खुद से पावर्टी से मुक्त हों। अब उनके जो डेली कंजम्पशंस हैं अगर वो उनके हाथ में नहीं है, जैसे मैं बहुत बेसिक बात करना चाहूँगा, जो बिलो पावर्टी लाइन है मोस्टली दे कंज्यूम लॉट ऑफ अल्कोहल डेली बेसिस एंड a great percentage of their daily income is going to waste. So how you can remove them from the below poverty line? It is not possible. And we are, with the help of this alcohol business, we are increasing our economy. So one side we are trying to improve our economy, and other side we are trying to remove poverty. Is it possible? मुझे तो ऐसा दिखना मतलब ऐसा लग नहीं रहा। इसी तरह से जब वो बिलो पावर्टी हैं तो उनका हेल्थ भी प्रभावित नहीं हो रहा। अगर उनके घर में कोई बच्चा है तो वो बीमार है तो वो सही इलाज भी नहीं ले पा रहा। इसके लिए हमें नेचर को समझना बहुत जरूरी होगा और विकास को फिर से परिभाषित करना होगा। हम जिसको डेवलपमेंट कह रहे हैं, हम अक्सर इस बात को कहते हैं कि जो हमारा देखने का नज़रिया है विकास का, वो केवल आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी, टूल, सड़कें और बिल्डिंग इसके आधार पर न हो, बल्कि हम प्रकृति के संरक्षण को ही क्राइटेरिया बनाएं। हम कितना ऑक्सीजन पा रहे हैं, कितना फ्रेश एयर पा रहे हैं, कितनी अच्छी लाइट पा रहे हैं, हम कितना हीट जो क्या कहते हैं उसको, जो हीट रिलीज हो रही है उससे हम कितने प्रभावित हो रहे हैं, कितना एयर कंडीशंस का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, उससे कितनी नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट पड़ रही है पृथ्वी पे। तो इन सारे दिशाओं में अगर हम वास्तव में नेचर को ठीक से समझें, तभी हम इन्वायरमेंट को, तभी हम लाइफ को एट द सरफेस, अंडरग्राउंड, वाटर और एबव द सरफेस दैट इज इन द इन्वायरमेंट, लाइफ को भी समझ सकते हैं। और इकोनॉमी हो सकता है हमको लगे कि उतनी ठीक से ग्रो नहीं हो रही है, उस रेशियो में नहीं ग्रो हो रही है, बट हमारे ग्रोथ की परिभाषा ज़्यादा हमको संतुष्ट करेगी, हम ज़्यादा संतुलित विकास की दिशा में जाएंगे। बाकी हमारा अपना विषय है, जो सुनाएगा हम उस पर चर्चा करेंगे। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू डॉक्टर साहब, आपने इन चीज़ों पे इतना संक्षेप में और इतना बढ़िया से प्रकाश डाला। तो सर हैव सम क्वेरी आई थिंक, so really we will be discussing in the 17 sessions. We have among us faculty from our department, Dr. Milind Rajji, if you wish to share something, it's over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the address. Certainly, we have planned these 17 goals in the month of June, and it really needs some time and understanding for the 17 goals and what all we as an individual citizen need to achieve. And at the same time, we as a responsible citizen of the country need to cooperate with each other and realize these 17 goals. Needless to say that besides understanding the basis behind these 17 goals, we need to also understand what basic laws and regulations are provided in our country and what our constitution is saying for that. For example, if we talk about the rights and duties of citizens as well as the other constitutional rights, we find that most of these 17 goals are already represented in some form of the rights and duties in our constitution. And if we are going to realize that, understand that, we certainly are going to achieve our sustainability in various fields as enshrined in these 17 SDGs quite effectively. And therefore, we on one hand need to be quite receptive for the instructions from the United Nations as well as the governments over the realization of these goals, and at the same time, we also need to be overactive and proactive in realization of those. Therefore, I see very humbly and very positively for this session, for the next 17 sessions or 16 sessions to say more accurately, which are going to happen, and I feel that we as students, as responsible citizens of our country, are going to gain a lot from it. Thank you.
Well said. Rightfully, you focused on the United Nations Sustainable Goals and its relevance, and probably in this hot weather, focusing on climate change and all the concern of climate, we are rightfully in the hot weather and humid, sitting over here and facing the challenge and aggression of the weather, discussing that how we can contribute to the better climate. We inherited this earth from our ancestors as a live-worthy place, and it is our prime responsibility to delegate this earth to the progeny, to the coming generations, so that they may live their life well. If we are not doing that these kind of serial bombardments and arms and ammunition being releasing heat and in the atmosphere, infusing it recklessly day by day, definitely is going to damage this planet. So many years back, a concern was shown by the sages of Rig Veda that whatsoever we dig from this earth, let that quickly grow over, so that we must not be insensibly violating and hitting the vitals of this earth. Rather, we must take only as much as that is responsible consumption for us, and we should not misuse the resources. Instead of we should be giving back to this earth, so that it must be a live-worthy planet. And as a responsible citizen, not only that, man is the very clever being who cuts one tree, makes a pen, cuts another tree, makes a paper, and cuts some herbs and makes ink. And with that pen, with that ink, on that paper, he writes, "Save the tree." So that's the kind of cleverness exhibited by mankind, and this will not leave this earth anywhere. Somewhere we need to be very, very responsible, accountable, and I hope that such discussion will definitely contribute greatly. Serious discussion. It need not to be thousands of people attending such session, but it should be few people with the thousands of ideas discussing and the problem and trying to try out their solution. We have a few research scholars among them from the department, and it is their choice if they wish to share something. And if they want to say something. Over to research students. would you like to share something? So we have one faculty member, Tanya ji. She is also here. Tanya, would you like to say something on this event?
Good afternoon to all the senior professors present here, the research scholar and all the faculty members. So आज का जो ये सस्टेनेबल जून जो प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट हुआ है, उसमें जैसे हम देखते हैं कि अगर एक गोल है वेलबींग का जो कि साइकोलॉजी से रिलेटेड है, एंड आई एम द फैकल्टी ऑफ साइकोलॉजी सब्जेक्ट. सो आई वुड लाइक टू से कि वेलबींग साइकोलॉजिकल वेलबींग की अगर हम बात करें तो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि अगर हम उसको समझेंगे कि साइकोलॉजिकल वेलबींग का सिर्फ मतलब ये नहीं होता है कि आप मेंटली कितने अच्छे तरीके से हैं और आपका मेंटल वेलबींग कितना अच्छा है, बट ये कवर करता है आपकी लाइफ के हर एक एस्पेक्ट को, जैसे कि आपका सोशल वेलबींग, आपका सोसाइटी का वो सोशल एस्पेक्ट और आपका फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट. तो ये सारी चीज़ों को लेके कवर करता है, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि ओवरऑल आपका साइकोलॉजिकल वेलबींग. तो हम आगे इसमें भी बात करेंगे कि इसके अंदर हम कौन कौन से टारगेट्स को फॉलो करेंगे और उसको आगे कंप्लीट करने की कोशिश करेंगे. थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for sharing your ideas. Now we have among us the librarian of our university and partner for the event, who is contributing as the co-host of the event with the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. So over to sharing the opinion of D.M. Pandey, librarian, Madan Mohan Malviya University of Technology.
सबसे पहले हमारे बीच उपस्थित कंप्यूटर साइंस डिपार्टमेंट के हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट कंप्यूटर साइंस के प्रोफेसर राकेश कुमार सर, डीन ऑफ स्टूडेंट रिसर्च और एआई के फील्ड में महारत हासिल करने वाले और एक इंटरनेशनल लेवल के साइंटिस्ट के द्वारा आज जो एटीजे पर लेक्चर दिया गया है वो बहुत ही इंफॉर्मेटिव था, यूजफुल था. और अभी अन्य प्रोग्राम भी होने वाले हैं एटीजी पे और अपेक्षा करते हैं कि और भी अच्छे लेक्चर होंगे, लोगों के लिए बहुत फ़ायदेमंद रहेगा रिसर्च स्कॉलर के लिए. और हमारे बीच उपस्थित डॉक्टर ए.के. पांडे सर, लिंगराज सर और रिसर्च स्कॉलर और स्टूडेंट सभी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं. और एस.एन. सिंह सर जो डिले क्लब के प्रेसिडेंट हैं, उनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जो इस टाइप के प्रोग्राम करवा रहे हैं और आगे भी और भी सीरीज चलती रहेगी. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Thanks for sharing your opinion and good wishes. And now I would like to hand over the stage to host of the day, Garima ji. So over to Garima.
Thank you so much to all the faculty members, professors for sharing their views. As the guest of honor for the day shared his views on certain pillars of sustainable development goals, that is economic growth, social inclusion, environmental protection. He also did put some insights on the goals of the global goals and certain key areas like poverty and hunger, health and education, gender equality and empowerment, environmental sustainability, economic growth and inequality, peace and justice. And he also highlighted some of all these sustainable development goals and their main aim and objectives. Thank you so much, sir, for your invaluable insights. Hopefully, we all will be able to integrate in our research and teaching practices. Now, I invite President NDRI Club to please deliver the vote of thanks and close the inauguration ceremony.
Formally, our partner D.M. Pandey delegated the vote of thanks and shouldered this responsibility so well. But I am happy to have such a dedicated team of supporting, research scholars and faculty colleagues and medical officials of the university. And first and foremost, I may take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt thanks to the team, R&D and professional practices. A few months back, I think not more than 1 month, hardly 1 month or 2 months back, we received a letter, an advisory from the Office of the Dean of Research and Development that we must encourage all the research scholars to incorporate United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in each of their research writing and research paper, and it must be reflected whether in one line or one paragraph that how their research is going to contribute in alignment with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. For we know we need to somewhere compensate and live on this planet with the hope of peace, justice, and making this planet livable. Because an ideal life is not that believes on the survival of the fittest. Rather, an ideal life is that which ensures that the survival of the weakest are. For that purpose, somewhere we need to think globally and act locally. So we decided to come up as the Department of Humanities. It is our prime responsibility to come up and contribute the small iota in this field. No doubt, sir, we are having great scientists and great academicians in this forum. In our university, they are contributing their field. But as a small Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, we can come up with the, can create a collaborative forum and platform where each and everyone can come and share their sociological ideas and how their ideas may contribute for the betterment of the society. And that forum is created over here with a small but committed team. And I am thankful to the all research scholars, faculty members, and especially my sincere thanks is due to Garima. With psychology faculty, when I say that how can we execute in the June? Students are not here, we cannot be able to attract many more people, but she said only one thing, that we can attract quality people and quality content. That can be used also later on. And June is the only month where we are having some time. Sir, I must say that she is our guest faculty and not being paid for this month. But still she is contributing, and her dedication I have shown you the way she has put the proposal. Not only that, she helped the department in submitting a proposal to the National Human Rights Commission for hosting a conference again on the right to women, and that we have planned to execute in the month of March 7, 8, 9. 8th March is the International Women's Day. We will submit a proposal only because of her support, and she has also made one more proposal, I think, that we are about to submit for faculty development program to this Atal FDP. We are planning to do that, and very soon we will be summing up. Such portal is open and she is working on that. Now, such teachers are really an asset to the department, and what she is doing without any greed or even being paid for her. So monetary gain matters, doesn't matter here, but her commitment, kudos to her commitment and dedication, and that I am receiving from the scholars and from my faculty colleagues and all partners. Daksha, as and when we need him, I think in last 1 month this will be his second presence in the department. A word of Asmani, he delivered a talk in this very room on and within this week also human health and well-being, the topic he will be taking care of. So his support is always with us. Dear Panditi, a librarian, many a times we are having lacking lots of resources and manpower. So time and again jointly we are able to organize something. I individually can understand the value of and significance of this all 17 sustainable development goals, and who else would have been better resource person for the day than you, who could realize the value and the pivotal significance not only of the sustainable goals locally, rather globally. So we are humbled to have you here, sir. Humble namaskar from the department side, and I am lucky to have such a rich resource material that you come up with us, and we share your knowledge, and I again request you that at least on any one of the goals we shall be having your detailed contribution for these 17 days lecture session. We receive support from and we will be receiving support from speakers all around the globe. Even we received some resource person from UK. The lady said that she will be dedicating without any support. Grandson of Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, who said that I will be sparing time for this. Then Gunjan Agrawal from Soviet University in liberal arts, she said that I will be taking up one of the goals. Then Dean Commerce and Management from the University of Saudari Bansilal University, Haryana. She said that she will be deliberating upon one of the lectures, and in coming 17 days we have received from support from from Rohit Rai, Dr. Rohit Rai, economics, who will be deliberating on one of the topics, and many more. People, they come up and they agree to extend their support for the success of this forum. But the idea was initiated by you. It came as a spark from your side, and I must bear a prediction that nothing dies faster than a brilliant idea and a rocket. So, but we could take up this idea, we could create a spark, and we could create a start, because a motivation was you, and you are with us today. I dream that you should be with us, and you are with us, and I hope that these coming 70 days you will be receiving support from you, either from your personal side or professionally connecting some good resource person in coming days. Thank you, sir. Thanks for being with us. Thanks a lot. Thank you.